Hello and is it working now? Yeah, it's working now. Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 474, released February 2007. Cover price $3.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That is the #1 way that you can support this YouTube channel and help it to continue to grow. It means a lot to me, and it's free for you. So please take the time to do that. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough, or become a channel member. Link is down in the description. These are the people who support me and whom I get to thank each and every episode. What do you get out of this besides the thanks? You get a 6 set of stickers, you get some cool buttons, and if you are a YouTube member, well then you get this video the moment it gets uploaded. So I'm recording this Tuesday, I'm uploading it Tuesday. You get it Tuesday. You don't have to wait till Saturday. Are you kidding me? Wait till Saturday? No, don't do that. Anyway, with that, let's get here. Oh God. See, I always forget something. Always. Where am I? There I am. So, here we have Mad Magazine number 474. This cover done by Mark Fredrickson. It's a beautiful cover. Every time I see this Britney Spears stuff now, looking back on it, I feel bad. Like knowing the point at which she's at now, I just feel bad. I just wish somebody would have done something. I wish the world would have treated her more kindly. That's what I wish. But anyway, this is a take on a famous photo where she was getting out of a car and she flashed the paparazzi. And we all thought it was very amusing, myself included. You know, I've not always been up on this high horse. This is sort of a recent thing that's come about. Anyway, we have a house ad. We have a crummy table of contents. And then we have the letters department. Good old letters department. Nobody from Minneapolis or from Minnesota wrote a letter, but this guy from Australia did. And they did send in pictures of their Lego creations. I thought this was so cool. Not only did he create the Lego minifigs, like the head up, you know, you had to create that, but also this tank. And I love it because the tank is like the right proportion to something Prohías would design. So that is pretty darn cool. Oh, here's Mad Mumblings. This is always funny because it's like, in Mad, they would do this earlier too with, they would just publish people's email addresses, and these are people's like usernames. So you could just, if you had AOL, Instant Messenger, you could just go and message them directly based on that. You could send somebody an email. That's a weird thing. I mean, you couldn't do that with any of these people because you don't know their address. Here we have kind of a bunch of stuff I'm not that interested in. Oh, look at this, a reader alert. No, more like ad alert. You know, everybody who has a letter published, they get a free CD from some shitty band that nobody cares about. Anyway, Fundellini pages. This is one of the best parts of Mad Magazine, the Fundellini pages. How's this glare doing? I thought I kind of fixed the glare. Do I need to use my board? Anyway, I hope not, because I can't reach it right now. Let's zoom in on some of this and talk about it. This is a pretty good issue, just so you know. Here we have Fundellini Celebrity Portrait Series numero uno, the KK Kramer. Yeah, what? Can a guy start calling people the N-word at a comedy club and not have, you know, this horrible stuff be said about him? No? Oh, okay. Here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on the Godfrey report. You guys know I love the Godfrey report. In bunions, 5 minutes ago, corns, out, plantar warts. I don't know what a plantar wart is. In chalices, out. Or 5 minutes ago, steins, out. Goblets, for sure, out. In capris, 5 minutes ago, pedal pushers, out. Clam diggers, pedal pushers. I've never heard that. Pedal pushers. Anyway, the five fast fives. Good things about being adopted by Madonna. Adoptive father, Guy Ritchie, will never embarrass you by making a ridiculous Oscar acceptance speech after winning Best Director. You can finally leave the glitzy phoniness of the Malawi farming scene behind. It eliminates the possibility that you'll be adopted by Michael Jackson. You'll be free to choose your own religion, possibly even one of the several she's cynically exploited over the years. And finally, when she punishes you, the comeback, Mama Don't Preach, practically writes itself. Here we go. PCV. You got to always look at PCV. Due to budget cuts, your last meal will now be a last snack. Sorry about that. Sorry for the bad news. They had a bunch of fast fives. Just trying to get rid of them, I guess. Maybe they were sitting in the evergreen drawer too long. They were about to expire. Two things. One, I love this one. How to Paint Like the Masters. The only problem is I don't know who did it, because this is at a period where Mad Magazine wasn't attributing Fundolini Page work directly where the panel was. So if you don't recognize the writing, or if they don't sign their work, like PCV, you have no idea who did it, which is annoying. And this, How to Draw Comics the New Yorker Way, pause that, go find this issue, read it. It's very funny. Here we have this, Kevin Federline, Speared. This is the Red campaign. I think it's like red.org or something, or red.com. But it was like, they would have ads like this. You might say inspired, and then red is in parentheses, to help raise money for AIDS. To help fight AIDS. That's what it's raising money for. Mort Drucker doing all of these is brilliant. I absolutely love this. All right, had to pause it. I got the thing to help with glare. I love seeing this. I love Mort Drucker not doing movie things, because I think it's just like the art's different. You can tell it's him, but it hits a little bit different. War cliches completing the sentences. Major operations in Iraq have ceased, so all the casualties from now on will strictly be from minor operations. We salute the brave men and women of the armed forces, because saluting them doesn't cost us anything, unlike, say, adequate body armor. Criticizing a president during time of war borders on treason, unless that president is a Democrat. Osama bin Laden can run, but he cannot hide. For more than 15 years. 20 tops. Yeah. Yeah, boy, sorry. I'm kind of under the weather. My nose is messing with me. Just had to dig in there for a second. Here we have a mad look at The Amazing Race. This one, I don't know. I feel like in the past, I've hit this whenever it's like a movie or a TV show. This one feels less like an ad, but definitely not one of my favorites. Like this guy's sitting in front of a car light, and he's like crying, like thinking about all this stuff, and then he starts crying. I don't get that. And that's what happens with this is like the dumb thing about when they're focused on something that's like a current event or pop culture, is that they will become they'll make less sense to people as time goes on. Like reading all the mads from like, the 60s. There's so many pop culture references that it's just, if you don't get it, it's not that funny. But I get you try to be topical and all of that stuff, but you can be topical in other ways, I think. Here we have Donald Rumsfeld, and it's fired. Oh yeah, they all wear red in the ad. That's like a big part of red. They're talking about the color red. Look at this. Am I the only one who looked at this and thought, hey, that's Herman Mejia? I hope not. It's not. It's Leonardo Rodriguez, a Spaniard. And I don't know, maybe it's just because he's working in watercolor that it seems like so similar to Herman Mejia. Um, but yeah, it just looks to me identical. Not identical. It is different, but like on first blush, it's like, yeah, that's Herman Mejia. This guy's a very talented artist, and he's done a fair amount of stuff for Mad Magazine. So I don't want to like sound like I'm talking shit or anything, but yeah, just reminded me of it. John Caldwell's The Multifaceted Upside of Having Multiple Personality Disorder in School. The the Honestly, this one wasn't that good. But thankfully, it's not the only John Caldwell thing in here. Um, Way more hall passes than the average student. Now Ernie has to go. Multiple nicknames. Hey, do you guys know Gummy Bear? Oh, you mean Psycho, right? Dudes, you're both wrong. Tell him, Boogaloo. You get to cast the deciding vote on the prom committee. Okay, the tally is 17, 4, and 3 again, so it's official. The theme for this year's prom will be our Texas Chainsaw Macarena. Our Texas Chainsaw Macarena. Um, anyway, you're at recess, you're technically never the last one chosen for sports. It's all right. It has, it's not like trash. Just not as far as like John Caldwell stuff goes. You know, I've seen better. That's all I'm saying. Other inconvenient truths about global warming that Al Gore didn't mention. This is what's his face? Peter Kuper. I could not conjure. I actually had to read it there. Um, Changes in sea currents and tides will force some marine life to relocate. Coppertone will release extra rich and chunky style sunblock, the sun protection you apply with a spoon. Um, as urban heat levels rise, cities will begin to pass ordinances to curb secondhand sweat. And then, this is my favorite, and I'll tell you why. Beloved California attractions will have to reinvent themselves as Disney Atlantis, Undersea World, and Madame Tussauds House of Celebrity-Shaped Puddles of Goo. And then here, do you know who this is? That's Alfred E. Neuman from Behind. Very rare. Very, very rare. Oh, Marcia the Penguins is very funny too. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's an ad. It's an ad for the Wii. Disgusting. Other rules inspired by the 5-second rule. I absolutely love this one. The 10-second rule. How long you can hold your wife's purse before it becomes emasculating. The 4-second rule. How long you can safely stare at your friend's girlfriend's boobs before getting punched in the face. The 29-second rule. How long you have to mourn your dead goldfish before you flush him. 14-second rule. How long you have to pin on your prom date's corsage before her parents suspect that you're trying to cop a feel. There's a lot of boob-themed ones, which I think is great. I think that's great. How about this one? I love this artist, by the way. This artist is great looking. Who is the artist? Jose Garibaldi. That's another Spaniard, I'm pretty sure. Garibaldi, that was like a famous Spanish guy, right? How long you have to wait after your teacher walks by before you can go back to texting? That's back when you could get away with texting in class. How long you can ogle the Hustler and Barely Legal covers at a magazine stand before the other customers think you're a perv. And the 0.005-second rule. How long you can read a Mad article before you get sick of the same old tired jokes. Really? 5/10,000ths of a second? That's not realistic. Here we have Monroe in the school dance. This is Tom Fowler having taken over the art duties from Bill Ray. And Tom Fowler is a great artist. Tom Fowler is a great artist. But Monroe is Bill Ray. Bill Ray does Monroe's art. Um, you know, it's like even this, like look at his, like, it just doesn't work. Like his mom is supposed to look different. She's supposed to be like trashy and sexy. It's like weird. It's supposed to make you feel weird. This doesn't make you feel anything. Um, it's just not pushing it enough. You know? Yeah. Anyway, disappeared. That's another great one. Osama bin Laden. When did we end up getting him? Here's Mad's all-inclusive, do-it-yourself public apology. I'm here today to apologize for having sex with a page at a Moose Club fundraiser. This, as well as my love of all things Croatian, while toilet training my iguana, makes it clear my self-loathing, alienated Red Sox fan, makes it clear my self-loathing, alienated Red Sox fans. I get it. In closing, I ask you to try the veal and admit you have a weak stream. I love the public apologies. This is another Mort Drucker thing. Mort Drucker getting a lot more work. Fantastic. Now, I thought this one, this is fun. Ever since two Nimrods discovered that combining Diet Coke and Mentos resulted in a powerful geyser-like eruption, Americans of no intelligence have been grappling with pressingly irreverent question. What's the point for a thoughtless answer? Check out practical uses for the Diet Coke Mentos formula. This is something that I never did this. I did watch a lot of those videos though. Fast-acting sinus decongestant. That's what I need right now. Wheelchair turbo blaster. A no-nonsense cat rescue. Yeah, and look at this is another John. Oh no, this is Tom Cheney. I just legitimately confused those two. They are confusing. It's not the first time. Non-NRA sanctioned duck hunting. Short duration power enema. Non-smoking area enforcement. No non-smoking area enforcement. Industrial strength condom testing. And portable high velocity ski lift. Spy vs. Spy is beautiful. Peter Kuper, as per usual. And yeah, I love this with his eyeball or his brain coming out of his eye socket is just delightful. How much fun is this? Lots of fun. We have Flavor Country. They should have spelt Flavor Country differently and see if you get my joke when I get to the end. What the hell are you smoking? It's one of them all natural cigarettes. Natural Freedoms? No, they're called, where's the box? Here, Free and Naturals. Dude, you're smoking a tampon. Huh. I was wondering why I had a fuse. They're not bad, though. Scooby Don't is fucked up, but I'm going to zoom in and we're going to read that as well as the machine that travels through time. Gang, come quick. There's a message from the glowing ghost on the wall. I think he's trying to spook us. The machine that travels through time. I made it here in my basement. I should use the machine that travels through time to find out who wins tonight's game. Then I'll come back to the present and place a big bet with my bookie. 4 hours in the future. Hey, did you watch the game? No, I started watching this great infomercial. This guy's great. He's just such a dummy. Just below the surface. This one's so good. If you can hit pause and read that, it's hilarious. And then here we have the Fooltastic Book Club. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with these. I am. I send them home all the time to students. And this is such a great, even now, almost 20 years later, this is totally accurate. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Own the latest Harry Potter adventure, even though all your friends already read and discussed it long ago. Perfect for students whose parents were too lame to let them stay up to buy it right at midnight when it first came out. Pay more. 1995, 21.50. Animorphs. Great for burning. Animorphs, the panic. When Yerk Alien threatens to launch a massive attack that threatens everyone on the planet, how will the Animorphs stop them? Probably by morphing into animals, right? It's great. They captured it perfectly. And this is so much fun. I could, I know I normally complain about reading, but there's so much fun stuff to read. R. Kelly, yo, let me get yo number. Uh, it's great. The poster books, yes, they qualify as books. The Paris Hilton poster book. 10 full color locker size shots of Paris' most awesome nipple slips and upskirt shots. Anyway, it's great. Here we have, let's look at the mad fold in. Who's been manipulating pages in despicable and embarrassing ways for far too long? Okay. Al Jaffee, get your mind out of the gutter. He's been manipulating pages. Who did we think it was going to be? Manipulate. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, and look at this. One last ad alert. Isn't that nice for them to do that to us? This is actually, I should show this. This is from my original collection. I got this in the mail. A special message from the editors. Stay the course. Although our last 470 or so issues weren't so hot, resubscribe now. And I believe I did resubscribe. Just in case you were worried. You guys, let me remind you once again to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Appreciate it, and it makes a difference. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.